Alright, time for a Udyr game. I will be playing this one against a Lee Sin here, which should be an absolutely calm matchup for me, honestly. He could invade early, like Udyr is a little weak in that initial clear, at least until you get level 3. So if he goes very early, that can be interesting. Usually I like to start Raptors on Udyr. This prevents most of that stuff. And you could just get like a nice setup for a clear, get your initial levels, get to like level 5 relatively quickly. Just have a nice clear like that. So that's exactly what we'll be doing here. The elo of this game is about Platinum 2. That's the enemy's Lee Sin's rank at least. So you guys are aware. And yeah, show you how to play some Udyr here. Lanes-wise, I mean, we have Ornn top against Jax. It's not going to be the most gankable lane ever. I could, because of that, decide to like start red and clear towards like a bot gank. But then again, I have Lux and Caitlyn bot lane, which is also not the most gankable lane ever, because unless I want to turret dive that, I don't think we're going to get very far. So we walk over to this, prep the Q as you walk up towards the camp. So you have your stacks ready to go here. Hit the big one twice, and then you're basically just cycling through your skills every 2 auto attacks. That is exactly what we're going to be doing here. Just cycle through skills, do 2 auto attacks, cycle again. That's all you have to do. That should kill that. Ooh, very aggressive early plays. Alright, we're gonna empower Q on this red buff here, since it is a single target camp, and the Q does more single target damage. So that's what we're gonna go for. And then we just keep switching. You're gonna lose a little bit of health here at the start, as you can see. This will put you a little bit low, but as soon as you hit level 3 and you get that W, you'll heal everything back. So you don't have to worry about anything like that. Okay, interesting. Prep up a nice Q, make sure not to double click it. R, 2 hits. And then 2 hits again. Throw in a couple W's. Misclicked and hit there, unlucky. Alright, perfect. Ideally, when you're Wing, you want to try to have your R active so the damage keeps going. If that makes sense. Just gonna do this twice. And now here, we're just gonna empower the Q because, again, single target camp. There we go, perfect. So both supports have a kill. That's interesting. Thresh just instantly sprinted mid lane. I might be able to catch a Thresh going back down in this position. I'm gonna have to smite to make that, I would think, potentially. Let's see how safe this guy walks. Very safe, apparently. Okay, fair play. Right here, it's important that you do not use your empowered ability on anything, by the way. Because if you use it and there's going to be a fight, you'd rather have your empowered. So you want to be very careful not to use it here. I mean, in this situation, I just have to go back to my Raptors. I can defend my mid laner from this side by walking here, seeing what's up. I see no enemy jungler currently. That's exactly, like the second I saw that, I knew that was going to be a thing. Gonna make sure I back up my Jax here so he doesn't get killed. Actually slow him here. Keep my ult on him. He's level 3. Come on, Jax, you got this one. Perfect, Jax. Well done. Stun him here. Well played, Jax. I was full HP there. The reason I went for that fight is because I know my Jax has enough mana to go QE, so I was having a little bit of faith. But also in that position there specifically, I have a full HP situation. I have my Empower going. Lee Sin was level 3, so he didn't have the full level 4, so I have a level advantage as well. And the Ornn is going to be quite far out from that play, so I actually had a massive advantage going into that. Right here, it's going to be important that I just clear, because as soon as I get to my wolves, or about as close as possible to that, it should respawn. It shouldn't be too much longer here. There it is, exactly. So we can have a full clear, because after wolves I did Gromp, so everything respawns in a good line now. So instead of recalling here, I can make this a good line through my camps. I cannot do this, my guy. It is literally impossible for me. But I need to clear the rest of these camps, because I can get a very good respawn sequence here, and then I can just simply play for Void Gops after the recall. It's going to be a beautiful sequence for me right now. So I want to make sure that I make this happen. And then we should be very well off after this recall, because then Top Scuttle will be up. And I'll be able to play for the Void Grub spawn as well. I really don't want to fight this. Okay. Well played. They got the kill, but I just want to make sure that they don't think I'm going to fight that, because I have 2200 gold in my inventory right now. And I do not want to be spending that on anything other than just resetting and buying these 2 items on this first back. We're going to then instantly sprint for the Void Grubs here. Make sure, yeah, you want to spam your E, but make sure not to empower your E, because you actually want to have your E ready to go for, or your empowered version ready to go for when the Void Grubs happen. So that is very important. Does my Jax have teleport? He does not. Okay, I have to keep that in mind. Let's hit this. After I do Void Grubs and Top Scuttle here, the things should all be respawning as well. I'm gonna drag them together, make sure that they are on top of each other here, and then we just R empower for the AoE camp, and then we just use W for a bit of sustainability. We want to try to keep as high HP as possible here. We only have 1 smite, so we're gonna save it for the very last Void Grub here. The reason we're doing this is because if we have to smite it, we want to obviously secure it. In case, like, Lee Sin didn't show up there, so in this situation I actually saved the smite for the Scuttle Crab now. I got it. I'm actually gonna do the R empower for the slow again. Nope. I'm not gonna overchase because we saw Thresh mid lane, so an overchase is a death sentence. We cannot do that. He gets a stun. Very beautifully timed from that guy, not too bad. My camps are all respawning now, so I need to not waste my time here and actually need to go send it real quick. My sweets should appear very shortly here. Don't smite something too early. Should be... There it is. Perfect. It's basically every 30 seconds on this timer, should be. So, yeah, there's the sweet. And because, like this, we have the sweet, so we can have now the empower. I'm actually going to smite that for a little bit of clear speed because I have 2 smite charges, so it's okay. You don't try not to use it too often because you can get increased smite value for extra clear speed potentially. But I need to be a little bit quicker there because I have potential risk of losing this. Didn't lose it, but there was a risk. Right now I want to look at, like, obviously all my bot side camps are respawning, but also this dragon on bot side fight perhaps. I need to now probably just run straight bot lane here. I'm just gonna type on my way, make sure not to waste your empower again. We're gonna just try to get there as fast as possible. This should be okay. R as it is about to end, so we have that going for us. This is all good. Send the R into their team here, so this disrupts them completely. Focus the enemy Lee Sin because he's the free kill. And then R for the slow, and then chase the Smolder with the stun and the R. Perfect. And then we are here again. Very good. All right, there we flash in, get the R, disrupt their entire teamfight situation, and then after that we can have a nice good chase, focus, good targets. Oh, so close. Right here, I'm not going for Dragon because the respawn times aren't that long. They're already running out of base again, and I'm actually relatively low HP. So if I would go Dragon here, I would likely die and give a big shutdown as a return trade, and it just not be ideal. So I'm just gonna probably give up the Dragon here, take my bot side camps, take a reset, take my top side camps as they respawn, and then do the 6 Void Grub situation. So I give my 6 Void Grubs to my strong Jack split push champion. And that should be a very good situation for me. 126. I could do the bot scuttle here. I'm also back to full HP now, so I have a more realistic situation to potentially contest this position with, like, the dragon and stuff. We also see a potential bot lane angle here. I'm gonna smite here. I'm not intending to go for dragon, but I could go for disengage. Okay, very good back off situation from Thresh. Just gonna clear this ward real quick, and then we're just gonna leave. Hopefully I don't get cancelled on this specific recall. That would be very annoying. Don't do it. We're good. Perfect. Okay, against this team, we are going to be going for some mercs, I think. Honestly, nah, steel caps. Steel caps is fine. Actually, I should not be inting right here. I should do Swifties. And I'll just go double cloth armor for now. I think getting some healing reduction here is pretty good. Swifties are the move here because steel caps or mercs aren't, like, a clear choice in like for either of them. So yeah, TP to lane for voids. I need him to teleport quickly to the lane for the Void Grubs. Because I'm gonna need his backup here. I need these Void Grubs to be mine, so that's gonna be my goal here. 6 Void Grubs is absolutely massive for my Jax, so I need to make sure he gets them. And I want to make sure that he's like aware of the situation here as well. We're gonna assist ping one more time. Anything else right now doesn't really matter. Getting 6 Voids for a very strong split boost champion like Jax is huge. So we're gonna focus on that, and after that we'll look at dragons and stuff. Again, saving my smite for the last one here, so I can guarantee it as Lee Sin shows up there at the very end. If you're chasing stuff, you want to try to... Give me 1 second here. Okay, that's a bit annoying. If you're chasing stuff, you want to try to E, and then as your E movement speed thing is about to end, you click R. So right there, and then you click R, and then you click E, and then you click R on repeat. Is he gonna get a play here? He's not, that's fine. His topside camps are down. I don't really have anything here. Going for this top gank was not like very logical for me. There's a chance I just lose dragon, but that's okay. If I lose dragon for the 6 Void Grub situation, I'm okay with that. It's not necessarily a big deal. Let's clear Krugs here, and then we'll keep clearing. Yeah, he does dragon there indeed. Okay, we're just gonna run there as fast as possible. Make sure not to waste your empower here, but be sure to spam your E. He shouldn't be fast enough. Lee Sin is very slow at doing this, and I'm gonna be very quick at getting here, especially with Swifties. I'm gonna R empower, so if he dashes into it, he gets hit by the R empower. Okay, he dies to Lux ult. Like, I could single target Q empower for more damage on Dragon, but then if he dashes in, he doesn't get hit by it. He was relatively low. I'm actually gonna want to go for this guy's red buff here. Because it's spawning, and I'm pretty sure Lee Sin's like in the area. Okay, we're gonna just start hitting it, so we start stacking up some empower charges. Right here, it's important not to waste my empower on anything, because if Lee Sin is gonna fight me, I want to have the empower ready to go, so we're gonna be very careful with that. Okay, hit this plant. There's nothing here. Send the R. That's a bit of a mistake on my part. I disrespected Thresh's like flail range there, basically. Zone the Smolder off. Make sure that the Thresh is alone. And then we leave. We leave because we have to defend our topside camps in a second here. Don't want to be sticking around too long. I got the engage there, but like the Thresh flailed me under turret, so I had to be a little bit careful. He had some bigger drag range on me than I thought he was going to have. So I had to respect it a bit, so he just ran off. And then at that point afterwards, Thresh walked to his turret and Smolder walked out. So we keep the Smolder away from the Thresh, so they have no retaliation against my Caitlyn and my Lux hitting the Thresh. So it's just a free play. Make sure I full clear here. Gonna clear towards top, clear every single one of my camps, and then looked with the intention of this Rift Herald to keep good overall tempo for myself. I'm gonna have a smite upgrade here in a second. I obviously cannot reach this top lane situation. That is a TP used from Ornn as well. I'm most likely gonna end up losing the Rift Herald. Unless my bot lane helps me with this situation. That's why I pinged them. Gonna hop over the wall here. Gonna do Scuttle first. Wait a little bit for recalls to happen, because we saw some recalls earlier. So we can use the downtime to do the Scuttle in this position, and then we can do the Rift Herald afterwards. Jax goes bot lane, that's fine, good TP. Very good. Gonna go single target with the Q empower for the damage. Thresh is mid, so it's a 1v1 with Jax and Smolder on bot lane. We're just gonna go for Ornn gank right after this. Smite that, go for the Ornn, hopefully here. Actually, I should go for this guy's blue buff. I just need my support not to run away from me here. My Lux is slightly trolling me. It's a good kick. The Lux should have been here from the start. Her not being here is very, very troll. There was no reason for this, so it's a bit out of my control, but it just sucks, you know. Nothing I could do about it. I tried to ping several times, but she didn't want to listen, and if that happens, that happens. At that point, it's very important that you do not overextend for anything yourself either. Item-wise here, I'm just going to buy the Frozen Heart and a Null Magic Mantle. Attack speed reduction here is quite decent. It's definitely not too bad to have for an armor item. There is no, like, I could go Thornmail there for the heal cut, which is definitely not bad. But Frozen Heart in this situation for like attack speed cut against that team is pretty reasonable. Get some good armor out of it. It's a very cheap item as well, so we can afford it right there. It's also the ability haste is really, really nice, honestly. Mana. Gonna see if I can go for the Akali in this position. Right now, my target here is for the... Let me just... Okay. Alright, fine. My target here is to use my Rift Herald here on one of these side turrets. So I want to try to pressure this. If I do this right now, this should be okay. I don't think there's any threat here. I don't think Akali is going to necessarily be here, so we could just get the bounce. For now. Hoping that would create a bit more freedom on mid lane position, but... Yeah, okay, I'll have to respect this here. Give me that real quick. Thank you. I have an extra smite for the dragon, so I can use the smite on that. If I didn't have the extra smite for dragon, I would not smite that, because then if we want to do dragon in like the next couple of seconds or whatever, when it spawns, I don't have smite, and then that's bad, obviously, so I can't be doing that. But this is fine. That bot lane turret is definitely something I'm looking to prioritize, so any fight situation goes on, we're looking for that. Also here, I don't want to empower on my Gromp. I need to keep the empower for the dragon. We can't really engage properly on the dragon right here. Gonna have to be very slow and steady. I can basically sustain on the dragon here. I think this is like an okay spot to be in. Right here, it's important that Hwei does an AFK bot. Gonna send the R in here. This should be a decent engage, because that's a huge amount of damage from me in that position. Can we get the Lee Sin, please? Auto attack move on the Akali. Okay, Caitlyn had some very bad target focus in that position, unfortunately. I could have made things a lot nicer, but this should be okay, though. He's still dead. He gets the last hit. Okay, that's Dragon. I'll do Dragon before I do Red Buff, just to secure the objective. I think slightly better target focus there from Caitlyn would have instantly won us that fight without that last chase at the end, because like she could have just focused the initial target at low HP there. But this is okay. It worked out for us in the end, so it's not too bad. It's a decent engage. Caitlyn picked up all the kills. We're gonna do Red Buff into like bot turret here, because we do want to get that money from that turret. Caitlyn seems to be backing off. Can I finish the turret by myself though? I don't think so. I cannot do this by myself here because there's too many people in this area right now. It's okay. I don't really have to worry about an Akali by herself, but I also cannot like go too aggressive on her at the moment because I don't know information. Okay, Lee Sin is top, so it's just Akali, which means I'm just kind of free here. Just gonna hit the minion wave a bit with my W as well. That's gonna be a Caitlyn kill. Yep, I'm just gonna give it to Caitlyn. Don't have to worry about anything there. Stun this guy. Gonna use my RM power for the slow here. Thank you, Lux. Appreciate that. Don't have to stress about anything. Just make sure you throw in some W's there to tank the Akali damage above anything else. And then we're just gonna cut off the smolder here. Okay, Lux went for the last hit. That's fine, I guess. We're just gonna have to back here because we are relatively low health. We have a lot of money. And all of our topside cam's up. Baron is up. We're gonna be looking at that here. Build-wise, I mean... I think I'm just gonna go Force of Nature. Is that a move? Ah, it's not a move. We have to go Abyssal Mask here. Abyssal Mask is better for me right now. buy a health crystal with that. I was thinking Force of Nature, but they don't really have that much consistent magic damage to the point where it will proc very effectively. Like, we have Ornn with, like, Sunfire and stuff, Lee Sin, E, Akali's Kit, but it's not consistent enough to the point where I'm like, yes, Force of Nature makes sense. So it's gonna go Abyssal Mask for the magic resist, but also the magic resist, for the magic, for the tankiness, but also the magic resist threat, so my R will do more damage to them. So that works pretty well for me here. We can look for Baron. Just gonna ping that. We're gonna finish our topside camps real quick, and then we'll just Baron. I will need my team for this, so if they do not want to walk towards the Baron here, then I cannot Baron regardless. If Caitlyn dies, I cannot Baron anyway. That's a big shutdown. Okay. It's too aggressive there. Caitlyn walks up with no vision, by herself at that. So, yeah. I'll just clear my bot side camps for now. I guess I'll wait for Caitlyn to respawn and then hopefully do the Baron then. Probably something like that. If Caitlyn would have just walked the Baron there, we could have just calmly done Baron as a team. She also wouldn't have died to that flank. Okay. I just want to go for Baron. Should be good. And then we just move for Baron. I wouldn't have full cleared here, by the way, if Caitlyn didn't die. If Caitlyn stayed alive, I would have just done topside camps and walked the Baron / done like maybe topside camps here. But because Caitlyn died, I don't really have much of an option after that, because we're gonna be... Yeah, start Baron, okay. I mean, I guess that's okay. I just kind of want Caitlyn to be here, like, faster. She wanted to go for a top wave as well. Just hit the Baron, please. Thank you. I'll tank it for them. They're all squishies. My Caitlyn has plenty of damage, so it's fine. Not really a problem, this. There we go. Baron down. Perfect. Since two of them recall, I'm actually just going to recall with them here. We're going to go for Thornmill next. Get the heal cut. Get this. Good back. It's basically going to be Thornmill here, by the way, into a Warmogs. Very simple build here. Gonna go for the dragon. I recall there because other people recalled, like both my mid and my support recalled, so I might as well take the time to invest my money then, because otherwise we're gonna be on the map with two people down. It's also right before the dragon spawns and all that, so it's fine. Okay, so instead of doing anything stupid like that, we just want to play it clean. We're just gonna go for the objective. It's gonna be completely fine. I might have to go for Thresh here or something, or like mid lane. I can probably engage mid for my Caitlyn. Kind of decent, slowly, just very slowly do this, by the way. Send the R into their team, so it does a lot of damage, as you can see. Those disrupts their damage, or disrupts their team quite a bit. Shield myself. Ideally here, I'd like to see my Caitlyn actually go for some proper auto attacks, but she's standing a bit too far back in that position, and it's just making it awkward for no reason. Just want to kite it out, drag it all the way out so Lee Sin cannot get a free Q on the dragon. So yeah, right there, I think the fight could have been better, but it's just one of those situations where I need Caitlyn to hit with her massive attacks, auto attack range, and she didn't do that. So what do? Don't overhit the dragon, please. Thank you. Okay, we have to go now, because now his Q's on cooldown for a little bit, and then we finish it off. Just gonna do it slowly. I don't have to rush there. I'm just gonna make sure I secure it. Like, half of this stuff is down to just Caitlyn having to actually do her auto attacks, which is not happening as often as I would like. So some of these situations are a bit more awkward than they probably should be. Should be able to chase the Akali here, I think. Again, keep using your E and R together. Okay, we're not gonna chase that far. She has out the distance in that one. It's gonna hit turret. Make sure to not empower anything here. So we want to have like an R empower to send into this situation. Just have a very good damage output scenario. Gonna charge our thing back up with W healing as well. If Akali goes for that, she dies. She probably won't. Stun the Ornn. Hit this. Just gonna try to protect my Caitlyn a bit. Try to create some space for Caitlyn and Lux. Send the R in there. Creating space for Caitlyn and Lux. Hopefully Caitlyn backs me up this time around and doesn't leave me to die. She does leave me to die. That's a little bit unfortunate. This could have been better damage output scenarios, but Caitlyn was just in Narnia, so I did end up dying there. Overextended a little bit because I was expecting a certain amount of damage output from Caitlyn. That didn't happen. So they killed me a bit too fast for what I was expecting. But overall, I mean, I still die for that. My team still wins the rest of the fight because I did a significant amount of damage. They used their cooldowns on me, so it's all good. Leandry's 4100 damage. There's not much else to look at here, I think. Yeah. Last item would have been a Warmox. I hope you guys have enjoyed this one. If you did, hit the like button below. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Instead of going to the endgame stats, we're going to go into game number 2 here. But before we do that, I quickly wanted to mention that more than half the people who watch my videos aren't actually subscribed. So if you are enjoying the content so far, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to hit the like button as well. This helps me out quite a lot. Be very nice to see those likes, you know. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the second game. Alright, time for the second game of this video. I'll be playing some Udyr here again, of course. The first game was relatively quick, so let's do another one. We'll be facing a Lilia here, which is definitely a bit annoying. The kite potential from that champion is a lot. Now, as Udyr, you do have quite a bit. You also have the approach velocity to help. You have your R slow, so it's manageable. You will have to get a Force of Nature very quickly, though. It's definitely mandatory here to get that extra movement speed. Against this team, Force of Nature is going to be incredible regardless. So it's going to be my second item after Leandry's, basically. But yeah. Same, going to start on the Raptors here. Just going to get myself a nice clear setup. Nothing to worry about. 2 auto attacks, R activation, 2 auto attacks. You know, keep those 2 auto attack cycles going. And we just keep focusing the hits on the big one. The small ones will die to all the AoE damage and the pet. And yeah, nothing to worry about really. Take your Q here. Gonna prep up a nice Q as we walk up to the camp. 2 hits and an R right here as well. 1 hit on the small one there real quick. I'm gonna try to kill them at about the same time. Q prep. Caitlyn flash barrier used. That could be an interesting situation. I did start Raptor, so a bot lane gank isn't the most ideal thing, probably, because then I would give up my Raptor respawn at 4 minutes, most likely, and that's definitely not great. If I give Lilia that kind of tempo on me, things will be looking pretty bad. I take W level 3, and that's your sustain tool. Get your HP back up, all the HP you've lost so far. Just gonna set myself up nicely in the early game. Just have a nice good clear. Make sure that I get to my Raptors at that 4-minute spawn as well. Unless the bot lane play is completely free, where you get like 2 free kills or something when they're completely shoved in, like summoners use type deal, then obviously I will go for the bot gank. But I won't go for it that quickly if I start Raptors. If I am intending to go bot, like I really think it's gonna be a very good opportunity every single time, I simply just start red buff instead of Raptors. And then I can full clear towards bot and actually gank bot without losing my camps. Throwing in a couple W's. Make sure not to waste your Empower here at the end, because you want to have it in case the Scuttle fight happens. Take your E on level 4. Bot lane gank's not really going to happen. Mid lane gank might be doable. Wave could push in a little bit here. Just going to wait for Scuttle real quick, and then we'll transition through mid. Make sure not to use your Empower here again. Gonna smite here, clear that quickly, and then we rotate mid. Get this stun on him instantly, and then he already flashed. We're gonna R slow, and then keep hitting kill there. Very good. Make sure to not chase too hard. That's not good. Stun here. Nope, he's dead. I mean, I'm obviously not trying to fight Lilia there. I'm definitely at HP deficit. I think my Zed, was unable to survive that regardless, so... I need to ping him there, because it's obviously going to be a Lilia rotation at that HP, I would assume. Gonna have to do my Raptors and my Krugs here. Hopefully my Ezreal doesn't overstay here. Like, I understand the wave is going to be a situation, but as long as he hugs his turret, it should be okay. I don't think Lilia's going to try a dive. That's probably a bit much, especially since she just used her flash as well, I think. Might be able to look for the top gank here, depending on Aurora's situation. But I am going to be looking at a recall. I don't see the enemy top laner The wave is pushing into the Aurora here as well, so we're not going to be looking at too much here. We have quite a bit of money to spend, so we will be doing that. Let's go this, and I'll take a health crystal. I'm going to go for the... I could have gone hunting guys there, but I'm going to go for the Faded Asher for some clear speed. We have 58 seconds or so on that. We're going to do the bot side 2 camps and then do the Void Grubs. Should be able to make that no problem. Just make sure you spam E, but not spam E to the point where you use your empowered E, because that is a bad thing. Should have cleared these two, and then after I clear this, we'll be looking at a rotation towards Top Scuttle spawn and Void Grubs. Make sure I ping that I'm going to be playing for that. Bot lane is a situation now, but it's not going to be like fightable, obviously, like the back off situation for Ezreal here. Poppy is mid. We're going to just look at like this spawn here. I believe Lilia ran bot side as well. Top Scuttle is spawning here. My top side camps will be spawning as well, like relatively soon, especially compared to bot side. She might Dragon as a trade here, but that'd be okay. Just gonna do these on spawn here. Activate the R, drag them together. Okay, this might actually be a little bad because Leona's rotating mid now. I need to do this relatively quickly. They're focusing on Zed first, which is, I guess, kind of good for me. I only have one smite, so I need to save it for the last one here. Okay, Leona does just get a kill. Don't have to smite this. We're going to smite Scuttle instead. I think I lose Dragon here, but that's okay. Don't use your Empower here. Blue. I mean, if she's not here... Oh, ooh. I mean, you're just dead, no? You're level 5. Okay, that's just so unfortunate for me, though. I really need my Renekton not to AFK on me right now. He kind of AFK'd on me a little bit. Come on, Renekton, where are you going? Really? Man, what is that positioning? That's so unfortunate. Please get a double kill at least, thank you. Okay, decent. Dude, that dude literally just trolled me so hard. It's okay. It's fine. Like, he got the double kill, so we're pretty happy with it. But the way he moved to me there was a bit troll. That was a bit troll for sure. Oh well, all good. I'll happily take a double kill. Like, he cleaned it up at least, you know? So we're happy with that. Because Lilia was 5, I could do that. The timing on Aurora walking back out of base, that was really bad for me. That definitely sucked. Otherwise, I would have just killed Lilia by myself and would not have been a problem whatsoever. But yeah, it's okay. Renekton cleaned it, so we're happy. I think I could have survived that with a little bit smarter pathing decisions from Renekton. But that is out of my control. Every single one of my camps is respawning now, so as you can see, I can do a very nice, good sequence all the way down and just look for Dragon. And then right after that, I can basically look for the Void Grubs again. I want to make sure that I secure those 6. Alright. Clean this up, move towards my bot side camps. Everything spawns, bot side Scuttle will spawn. We're gonna have a very good tempo here. If Lilia now shows on that ward though, I will instantly start Dragon. This ward, that is. I will literally instantly start Dragon. I will skip the rest of my camps, whatever I'm doing. I'm just gonna run to Dragon at that point, but I don't think she will. Because I'm most likely assuming she's gonna be bot side here. But the second she shows there, we'll do it. I'm probably gonna go gank bot lane after this romp and leave my blue up. Because my Gromp will respawn with my wolves, but this bot lane gank is looking very doable, so I want to be there for this. Okay, there's a ward here. We're going to have to move quickly. If Poppy gets some kind of engage, I need Poppy to, like, move up here, though. Get the slow, hit the Caitlyn with this. And then R Empower. That's good enough for me. I mean, I did what I could. My Poppy's position there was a bit iffy, to the point where that looked a little weird. Like, could have been much cleaner, basically. Gonna assist ping this. We're just gonna clear some wards while we have the sweeping trinket going here. That's gonna be a situation where their mid laner rotates for this, and the Renekton is gonna rotate for this. So if I stall a little bit, it should be okay. Sent the R in there. Ah, you should have focused. You should have focused the Lilia there, buddy. Okay, they got the kill. I think focusing Lilia would have been smarter because now I cannot Dragon. But if Lilia would have died as focus target there, I could have Dragon. Because she did my blue buff as a trade for the bot lane gank. That's fine. I left it up. She did it. That's okay. That's not a problem. We're gonna just go back, get the Leandries here. Gonna go Mercs against this team. I will have the money for that as well. And then we're gonna go Void Grubs. If the enemy jungler was the target focus, it would have been a dragon, but I cannot do dragon if the enemy jungler isn't the target focus in that position. I want to just go straight up for Void Grubs here. 6 Voids, please. Make sure that I communicate that to my team very thoroughly, and hopefully they listen. I don't want this guy to start hitting his turret. Please. Like, actually. There's a Lilia. I have an extra smite, so I can use it. There's just Yoinker blue buff here, which is fine. And I rotate over to this guy. Okay. Just help me with this, it's fine. Lilia shouldn't have ult here, so it should be just free. I only have one smite, so I'm just going to hold it for the last one. I don't think she's going to contest it because she has no ult. So it'd be very weird to contest this one. Just a good secure on this. If I didn't have the other smite, I would never have smited the blue, obviously, but yeah, we'll do. Alright, do the RE tactic. Oh! Aurora flash down. We take a flash. Wait, but the way you want to shove the wave, right? Like, what is... I'm assuming that's just a wave clear recall situation. Okay, well, that's a pretty interesting recall position for Renekton. I could get him killed very easily. He is not dead. That's very lucky. If Aurora didn't have flash, or if she had flash, or if he didn't use flash, then he would have died there for sure. Right now, all my camps are up. Bot Scuttle will be spawning, so we're going to do a quick rotation through everything. Okay, this is pretty good. Right here, we're going to prioritize going for Bot Scuttle. Because we have the... Wait, just give me a second. No, Zed, don't recall. What do you mean? W that. Please, where's my team? Can you finish him off? What do you mean? That took so long. What the hell? I'm actually kind of sad by that. Like, that just completely ignored the play. Oh, what do you do? Unfortunate, I guess. What is this? What do you mean? Okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to, like, respect this or something. That sucks. Knock him into the brawl properly, please. What are you going? Just kill first. She was free. Aye, what is this? Poppy. Okay, I'm just gonna focus the Leona then. That was not good. The reason that's not good is because Caitlyn is always dead there already. And if Poppy just simply target focuses the kill first with a knock into the wall, we can kill instantly and then kill Caitlyn. So it's a free double kill. But because she picked Caitlyn, who was already dead first, and not the kill lives. The reason I'm not doing Dragon here, by the way, is because I can secure all 3 of this Lilia's bot side camps. Okay, Raptors are down. 2 of his bot side camps then. And that's just very good value. After this, I could look for Dragon. Okay, I'm just gonna go for 3. I don't really care about one objective. I can take 3 of the enemy's camps. Like, it's just not even remotely worth it. Knock him into the... What are you doing? What are you talking about, man? Okay, at least he's dead, but, like, excuse me. Okay, I'm just gonna let my Poppy die here. As soon as the Lilia walked past the wall here, that should have been an instant knock into the wall, and it wasn't. Unless it was on cooldown, but I don't see how it could be on cooldown. That's what I'm... Like, obviously, if it's on cooldown, then it's on cooldown. There's nothing you can do, but... Yeah, I don't see how that could ever be on cooldown, ever. Since there was nothing else for Poppy to use or knock thing on. Gonna do Dragon here. Enemy jungler is still dead, so I think I can just do this pretty calmly. We're gonna do it relatively fast here, just Q and power. After this, I can look for bot, but the second I kill Dragon, they're most likely gonna back off. Make sure I secure the objective, though, real quick. Not Empower at the end here, because I want to have an Empower in case of bot fight, but it's not going to happen because I just killed it. They're going to back off here. We have an entire jungle clear to do, so we're just going to get on all of that. There's a chance Lilia Rift Heralds here, but honestly, if I can get my entire jungle clear here, I'd rather do that. So we're just going to leave the Rift Herald for what it is. There's also, I guess, a chance she takes my topside camps for the Dragon. But I took her bot side camp, so it'd still be like a relatively even trade at that point. It's gonna get through my jungle. Probably danger ping the Rift Herald here. She doesn't Rift Herald right now. I'm gonna get my entire jungle clear plus Rift Herald, which is gonna just win me the game, and like I think right away. Okay, she didn't do my topside camps. That is good. Just keep moving, keep clearing. I don't want to prioritize Rift Herald here over just my own camp, because my own camp XP tempo is good. She does Rift Herald there, that's fine. She does get the Rift Herald here, but I get so much camp tempo out of it that I'm okay with this. This is fine. I don't think her topside camps are cleared now at this point. I don't think that's possible. Maybe it is, but I don't think it is. Yeah, there it is. She prioritized doing Rift Herald, so I'm just going to be able to take this now. Take it. Perfect. Okay, I mean, I'm going to have to leave here because there's no single bit of reaction speed for my solo laners at the moment. So we're just going to have to, like, walk around and do this red buff right now still, hopefully. Drag it up. Empower the R to slow her. Come on. What is this stupidity? That champion just... Any other champ dies there, by the way. Lilia doesn't. Amazing. I do not want to do this because Kale's going to rotate. Zed's not going to be able to rotate fast enough, and it's just going to be over. I have... Yeah, okay. Goodbye, Renekton. I tried pinging him, but Zed was never moving. Like, Zed didn't move a singular inch. So in that situation, it's going to be a 3v2, and I have 3,000 gold in my inventory. I don't want to do it. If Zed was insta-running, I'd try to help my Renekton, but Zed was not moving a single bit, so we're not going to risk it. Because I'm worth quite a bit of money now already, and I had so much money in my inventory that I don't even have a lead. But I can now instantly buy the Force of Nature. So, yeah. Nothing I could do there. I don't want to fight a 3v2. My Renekton really wanted to at that point, but yeah, it's a bit too much. So we backping. He doesn't listen. Not our problem. Gonna run at the Leona here. Just slow the Leona permanently, basically. Gonna R empower to slow her as well. It's fine. Good. What are we talking about here? I have Force of Nature, so I'm actually kind of chilling. That's good. Very nice. I mean, he does die, but that's still a very good trade. We also get turret. We also get the next turret, I think. The playstyle I went for is just in and out there. Just do as much damage as possible in and out. They ulted the Leona there to save the Leona, which was actually quite decent. Poppy going bot's not very smart here because we need to finish mid turret. I'm not going to hit the Leona here. We're just going to ignore her straight up. Don't ult her away. Okay, I wanted to go for it, but then she started ulting the guy away, or started charging her ult, so I didn't want to commit to Leona at that point. This is fine. I initially was planning on full engaging Leona, but then I saw Poppy charging her ult, and I didn't want to commit to R empowering, because if she then connects with the Leona, she messes up my kill chances. So I hesitated in that scenario because of that Poppy ult charge, and yeah, didn't kill Leona. Yeah, focusing turret there is absolutely mandatory. There's no one else that can react to it, so Poppy should just be hitting turret with me. But yeah, whatever. 55 seconds on Dragon. We're just gonna go for a nice speedy clear here. Get these camps down. Already 70 CS up on Lilia right now, which is insane. That is a significant lead, for sure. Alright, beautiful. Do this, and then we'll do Krugs into a reset for Dragon. I'm gonna smite here as well, save myself a little bit of time. I have an extra smite, so I can use that one on Dragon. Good, and we go Warmox next. Actually, I should go... I do want to go Warmox, so we're gonna go Winged Blade here for the movement speed, and then we're gonna go for the Thornmail for the heal cut for now. And I'll buy a health crystal. Just got a bit of heal cut in there. It's definitely not bad against this team. So we have the heal cut going, but we have this for the movement speed increase. Going into the Warmox. Just instantly R this guy for damage, and she is just dead. She failed her flash. Step back, kite out here the situation, just get some clean hits in, nothing too fancy. Flash over the wall now for Caitlyn. Create good pressure on Caitlyn. Caitlyn flashes, that's fine. Stun this guy, a little bit too late. She got her ult off, unfortunately. And good cleanup. And then we just dragon into... I mean, I want to say Baron, but I don't know if that's going to be doable, actually. Could be doable, depending if my Ezreal wants to go for it. It's probably going to E. Yeah, no. Okay, Baron's out of the question. No worries. Yeah, we saw a good opening at the end there. We played it slow initially, wait for the situation to pan out, wait for my team to reach a bit better, and then we just flash stunned the Caitlyn. And that was just instantly over. We could have Baron there, I think, but Ezreal wanted to really go bot side. Like, he just dashed over bot wall and just like, yeah, it's over at that point for Baron. Right now, because this is respawning, Gromp's most likely up as well. We're going to pressure for Lilia's camps. At this stage in the game, we want to give Lilia like the least amount of camps possible. We really don't want to give her anything. So that is exactly what I'm doing here. A bit of a situation there. Stun this guy. RM power. Good one shot. We can Baron off this. We insta Baron here because the enemy jungler is dead for 30 seconds, so it's the freest Baron on planet Earth. I just need my team not to AFK on me right now. And with my team, I namely mean Ezreal. Because I need his DPS on this thing. I accidentally W empowered by double clicking it, so that's gonna cost me a little bit of clear speed here. Ideally, Renekton tanks this because I have more Baron damage than him, so he gets the damage debuff. I'm gonna try to make him tank it because of that. And then we Q empower for single target, and we finish off Baron. Perfect. 2100 gold for this. We're just gonna clear my topside camps real quick, I think. Finish this off, finish this camp off, and then we recall. Perfect. Good recall. Get the Warmorks here. And I think that's an extra health crystal, which is why, like, that's good. Yep. Go for that for the Thornmail here. It's going to be the upgrade here in this case. I'm not going to go for my camps here. We're just going to go walk past everything. Go for bot scuttle, perhaps, if it's there. And then we just want to walk forward towards my team as fast as possible. Not using my empower here either. Finishing bot scuttle because we basically walk past it and this is good money. Looking at like bot turret here. Okay, my Renekton just kind of died. Gonna have to go with my Poppy. I don't know if that's gonna work, maybe. I think she could be dead already, but we're just gonna push mid lane because we don't want to let this wave walk past me right now. If Poppy didn't block that initial dash with W, Aurora would have actually died. Okay, Aurora still dies. I got the assist on that. We take those. Caitlyn's chasing topside here. We're just going to hit turret real quick. I'm actually going to Q empower the turret here because it gives me attack speed, so I can kill the turret right now. I think it should be doable. Okay, it's a bit too much. Might still be enough with the Baron minions and the Void Grubs. Yes, perfect. Yeah, the attack, I rarely ever do that situation, but in that specific scenario, Q empower for the extra hits is going to help me clear that. We do this, and then I just want to go topside here, probably. I want to start putting pressure on this for this turret, because there's nothing really to get mid. Like, the inhibitor is nice and all, but I just want to go for this tier 2 turret. It's worth 700 gold, that turret, so that's a lot of money. Okay. While this is going on, we're just going to push top turret here. Team's kind of doing whatever. I just want to basically play this as nice and clean as possible. Not going to use my empower here, because now if some fight happens, I do want to have my empower. Send the R in that, do a good amount of damage. Okay, I might be in trouble here a little bit, actually. It's going to be a bit too much damage to take, most likely. We're going to try running. I'm getting hard ignored here. Okay, I'm going to die because of that ult. They wanted to prioritize going for this mid inhibitor over saving me, which is a little bit unfortunate. It was a bit too much damage to take there from this. Just too much damage to take, basically. It is what it is. The second I got hit by the Aurora R, I was dead. Because I couldn't run out of that anymore, I believe. Maybe I can't. I don't know. Whatever. I think I would have died there regardless. The chase potential was a bit too good. He died for the turret. I think he got 700 gold out of it, at least. Oh well. I think in this scenario here earlier, though, if my Zed and my Renekton would have actually just simply helped me, they would have all died. What do? 20 seconds on Dragon. The big thing there as well is, like, I go for these plays. I do die for them in this scenario, but I don't lose an objective because if I go for, like, a more risky play like that, I always try to look at, like, the timers for the objectives if I'm actually going to start losing a Dragon for that play on top of it. So I did give a 1,000 gold shutdown in that scenario because I did get a little bit more damage and died, but I don't risk a Dragon, which is big. Just going to go take the Dragon here real quick. Secure that, and then, yeah. Probably recall for the Thor mill, to be honest. Let's make sure to see if they have any wards here. I don't have any snipe tools, so I should be okay, but just to be double check. Alright. Thor mill is basically in the bank, so we're gonna finish that soon enough here. Gonna go back, get my Thor mill, and then, yeah. Gonna be taking mostly magic damage. I'm thinking right here I just finished the build with the Jug Show, because it gives me both resistances, which makes me immortal at that point, so I'm probably gonna go for that. I could also just look to do something like Abyssal Mask if I want to do some extra damage to lower their magic resist. And get a magic resist item that way, which is fine. I'm gonna do this blue here to give my team blue buff, and we're not gonna do any of my other camps here, just the blue. So I don't want to, like, spend all this time doing my own camps when I should be in Lilia's jungle / with my team doing this type of stuff. But that's a nice ass real ult, actually. Gonna go for the Aurora on the backside here. Should be the end of the game, though, I think. It's gonna hit the wave. I'm just gonna start shoving here. My team could chase if they want, but let's just get the push in there, you know. Send the R into this, gonna be good damage. Hit the Lilia. W up. Don't go too aggressive here. Just be calm. Go for the Lilia. Stun the Lilia. I'll tank the damage from the turret for a little bit. Good flash from Leona. And just W the minions here a bit. And this game is over here. There you go. Enemy of team FFs. Alright, beautiful. That was it for Udyr. I hope you guys have enjoyed both of these games. If you did, make sure the like button below helps me quite a bit. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to do so as well. And yeah, with that being said, I'll see you guys in the endgame stats. Alright, so for the endgame stats here for game number 1, I ended up doing a nice 22k damage, which is on par with both my Caitlyn and my Jax, which is just very good, really. Nothing wrong with that. True damage at 900. Objective damage at 56.2k. Healing done 17.3. Damage taken at 25.6, which is the most. This is very good to see as well. Like, I have like these three have low damage taken, which means I kind of protected them pretty well in team fights. So yeah, that's good there. We have another 44k self-mitigated, so really properly frontlining for them. They took a very low amount of damage here, so not very much engaged potential from the enemy there, which is good. A gold earned at 12k. For the runes, Conqueror healed me for 400, but the adaptive damage is a lot more relevant. You just don't see it here. A Triumph for 1300 HP, extra gold. Haste for the ability haste. Cut down for the poke with R. You basically want cut down because if you send it, like, you can go last stand, okay, but mid to late game stages, you're not going to be that low HP for the most part. And if you have cut down and you send your R into the enemy team, that will amplify that initial burst of damage, which is just going to ruin them. Like, that's going to be doing so much damage right there. That's why we take it. A magical footwear, and then approach velocity. This is basically just for the movement speed, the boots, and yeah, the approach velocity for sticking potential. Here, I would have just gone Warmox here, and that would have finished off this build. Basically, at that point, you can also sell your boots for a Jug Show at the very end to get the resistance amplification. Then for the second game here, I ended up doing 22.9k damage, which is, again, very much on, like, very high here, along with my Ezreal. Solid damage done. True damage at 1300. We have objective damage at 47.5k. Healing done 19.1. Damage taken at 36.2, which is the most in my team, but not the most in the game. Interesting. Self-mitigated at 53.6 though, which is a lot. Gold earned at 13.8k, which is the most. And then for the runes, Conqueror healed me for a little bit, but the adaptive damage again. Healing done, gold gained, ability haste there, cut down for about 1100 damage, which is very nice. And then again, magical footwear and approach velocity. Here, I could have finished off this build in a couple different ways. Jaksho would be very selfish to survive things. I can go Abyssal Mask for the extra damage. Like, I would basically just do more damage with Abyssal Mask, which is probably the item I would have ended up going in this game specifically, because I was very comfortable with surviving things already, I would say. So going for like an Abyssal Mask first, and then potentially selling my boots there at the very end, which is something I would most likely do for the Jaksho instead, is going to be what I would do here. Because I have Force of Nature for the movement speed, I have Warmox for the movement speed, I have Udyr E, I have Approach Velocity, I have the R Slow, I just have everything to stick with them pretty easily. So selling boots is very comfy at the end. And yeah, that would be finishing it off, so Abyssal Mask and Jaksho. With that being said though, that was it for Udyr. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow with another one. Bye.